Alright, so today you can see I'm starting to hang up some drywall in my shop. This is the smaller side of the shop here. And I wanted to show the easiest way I found to be able to locate and cut the holes for all your outlet boxes. I'm using 5/8, which is not the easiest thing in the world to hang. If you've watched any of my previous videos, you'll notice that all my boxes have the little bracket on the side. That is actually for the adjustable box here. Now, on these sections, I did the rock wool at the bottom for bug and noise resistance as well as fire resistance, and then I went in and spray foamed above that. Now, since that spray foam does stick on there pretty good on that top portion, what I did is I ran just a little poker around, or you can run a knife, just to break that bond between the box and the foam, just so you can move it. So the adjustment screw you can see is right here, and then there's a little bracket right here. So the first one that I tried to do, where I did not break that bond, it actually bent a little piece of metal that allows that adjuster to pop in and out, just enough that it had to be rebent to be able to get it to work again. So to avoid that, I went ahead and adjusted, or I basically cut this portion here and then brought that adjustment out, brought it back in, make sure it worked before I continued. Now you can see I've got the locating tool here. It's basically called a blind marker XT, and it consists of a receiver, which is right here, and you can see it's got an arrow that points up, and then another piece, it's got an arrow that points up. And basically what you're going to do is put up your drywall, slide this over, it lines up, you wiggle around a little bit, mark it out, cut it, and you're ready to go. So I will go ahead and show how I do that. So let me get this moved back a little bit. I'll go ahead and throw up a sheet of drywall. And on the bottom, I use just some scrap pieces just to hold it up about a ½ inch off the floor. That way, if you do get any water on the ground, it's not soaking up through your drywall. The trim's going to eventually cover it too. So just a good practice to hold it off just a little bit for that reason. And I'm just going to put a couple screws here just to hold it in place while I finish this off. Alright, so we got that in place. So I will go ahead and grab the marker locator. See right there. Just kind of wiggle it around just a little bit to get it to set exactly where I want it. Put a couple marks on there and take it off. Now they do make attachments that will basically cut out the whole box all at once. I find it a little easier and a little nicer just to have an oscillating saw to do it, just because it gives you a little bit of flexibility. The other thing you can do is, if you're not quite sure exactly where it is, you can cut on the inside and then work your way out to be able to find the edges. Alright, and there we have it. That is now cut out, and you can see we are right on the money there. Now there is a little bit of cleanup and trim up. Let's see if I can get that to focus a little bit. So that's the one nice thing about having this, is then I come in at an angle and just follow that box. All right, so now we're trimmed out. And you can kind of see that little adjustment screw right there. I use the head of the screwdriver just to get to it a little bit. And you can see we're hitting just a little bit right here in the corner, so let me trim that. There we go. Not the cleanest job I've done, but gets the point across. You know, it gets a really nice tight cut. And then the other advantage is when I do go in and put my paneling on here, I'll be able to raise it out even further to be able to match up so it meets code and is better for fire safety. If you have any questions or any other videos you'd like me to go over, I'd be more than happy to help out. Subscribe, it helps out the channel. I'd like to try to see where I can go with this channel. And thanks again, have a good day.